Okay, so come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. And you know what? It's a beautiful day, and it's the last day that I have with my wonderful wee Merlot. And so tomorrow you can expect new exploration, new something, maybe another Merlot, but we're going to try something different just to go. But let's get a little bit of that solver's courage before we jump into our grid. What a lovely way to cap the end of a very long day. All right. So looking into our grid here, we have an August Lee Kovacs grid. If I'm not mistaken, he was one of the youngest people ever in York Times Crossword history a few years back. I think he put one in at like 13 or 14 years old, and whenever I see his name, I know it's going to be a pretty clever grid, and I don't think he's much older. I think he might still be in high school. I'll have to research that. What I think is 2 or 3 years away, sometimes could be 10 years, right? So we kind of lose direction, but hey, it's all good. But yeah, let's jump into our grid, see what we've got for this lovely Thursday. Can't go wrong with this stuff. I'm probably going to drink this whole bottle tonight. Just saying. Fed the kitty, perhaps. Well, I can't make antied fit. I can make paid up fit, but I just don't know. Sprinkling on a lox bagel. I think this might be capers, and so now I really don't know what that is. If that's correct. Hercules Creator. Well, if we're talking about Hercule Poirot, then it will be Agatha Christie. I think I can fit that in to this to see where we might go. What is to be done? That might be an agenda. So let's see. She served on the court with Antonine and Anthony. And I guess we're talking about Sandra Day O'Connor. So we got some first names dropping around here today. Recommended daily allowance could be our nutrition figure. It's often gained by knocking, and we have an EN that I think we've pretty much verified at this point. So I think we might be looking at an entry. Much ado about some punctuation. No idea. Question mark though. Pattern of intersecting stripes. Well, I'm really glad that we had this collection of T's and A's in the end, because this tells me it's a tart, and otherwise I probably would have put in an Argyle, right? Fed the kitty, cat. I just have no idea. Use a spoon, say. We could be talking about stirring. I have no idea. What Alexander Graham Bell suggested as the standard telephone answering greeting, and I do believe that's ahoy, and I haven't thought about that in a long time. Ahoy! Thomas Lincoln familiarly. Well, I think that's Abraham Lincoln's father. But I think he went by Tad. It could be Dad. I'm going with Tad, but if we are wrong at the end of this, we know, go up there and put a D there. But cat sat. Pretty clever. Yeah, absolutely. So cat sitting versus cat sad. I'm going to just think that cat sat. I'm going to go with Tad on this one. I could be wrong. Oh, period something. Okay. Gru's twin brother in the Despicable Me franchise. Isn't that Drew? Only city that entirely surrounds a country, and that would be Rome. Rome, not Roma. We don't have any indication that it's spelled in the original Italian, so I think this is Drew. I'm not for certain. Anger over a grammatically incorrect sentence. Okay, we got some stuff to work through here. Industry mogul could be a baron. Back in the day, there were robber barons. Salve, maybe a balm. And we can check it. Don't you forget it. One who might make a comeback. Maybe an alum. I don't know. Light units, okay. I'm feeling confident those are lumens. And I feel better about balm so far. And I do think this is an alum. Let's just check it. Violent sport for sure. See, those two M's scared the living crud out of me. So I think we're mixed martial arts. So, and I guess much ado about some punctuation could be period drama, which is pretty funny. And don't you forget it. I guess the object being the it there. I guess we're talking about the Alamo. Okay, fun stuff. Anger over a grammatically incorrect sentence. I'm assuming this is a run on something, but what that is, I don't know. Half-baked, question mark, maybe rare? Hunting cap feature. I think this is an ear something, but I can never figure out, is it an ear lap, an ear lop, an ear... I haven't committed it to memory, and I think there's a couple of different versions of what it is, so I don't know. Consonants articulated with the tongue against the upper teeth, and those are dentals. I think I'm spelling that correct. Do some grappling. How about wrestle? So was up. Perhaps this is going to be lead, and if it's an A or not, I just don't know. Big feller. Question mark. So are we talking about maybe like an axe, not a person, like a fellow, but a feller like as in felling trees? I don't know. Let's see. Harsh words regarding the past and the present. Well, past and present, these are talking about tenses. What those are. If this is an axe, that could be a tense exchange. And with that, I think we're getting the theme. If this is correct, I think it's a tense. I think we're talking about some punniness. Drug, also called rocket fuel or ozone for short, and that's angel dust, PCP. Take off. Maybe depart? I don't know. Stop right there. Halt. A word we share with the Germans. Halt. Shipmate of Captain Kirk. Oh, God, I don't know. Lieutenant Sulu. I can't think of anyone else right now that could be. We'll have to check this, of course. And I'm checking everything. I'm just getting off track, off kilters and green. Maybe unripe. Toddler's need, maybe. Scenic spot to snorkel. I guess this could be a lagoon. Every time I see lagoon, I think of Gilligan's Island. So toddler may need a nap. Overturns, maybe upends. What is this? Build as a relationship, could be to forge. Oopsie, didn't mean to put that R in there. So overturns, maybe upends. I just want to do a quick check. So I'm gonna finish out this corner here, then get back up to the northeast. KGB rival during the Cold War, so I guess we're talking about the CIA, and ending point of the first marathon, and I think that was Athens, Greece. Then again, in a text could be on the other hand, and I don't know about any of you out there, but I have never typed out OTOH. I dictate everything, so I'd probably just write out, comma, on the other hand, comma, and then go with that. I mean, I don't know. Pillbug, example, I guess it's an isopod, and observe Ramadan in a way would be too fast. Okay, Billy Joel's Tell Her About It. Okay, got it. Okay, no singing, just moving on now so we can clean up this northeast corner. Number one, pal could be a BFF. Touch. Could be a feeling. But it could it could be a finesse too. I just don't know. Hebrew name meaning my God, and that is Eli. And I think this is finesse. Something tells me when, especially on a Thursday, don't go with your gut always. Feeling was the first thing came to mind. No, hang it out. So no pro could be con. First city in Europe with paved streets, and that is Florence, Italy. And flattering as clothing, I'm saying becoming. So, request from Oliver Twist. Can I have more, please? Blue lobsters and white tigers. And I'm not sure scientifically, but I think they're looking for mutants here, and I guess that makes sense. Anger over grammatically incorrect sentence. Talking about running on fumes, so run on fumes, anger, is that it? Drawings that might encounter problems with intellectual property law, and I'm assuming this is fan art? Who do we got here? John Nance Garner, yes, I think fellow Texan. Satins, okay, got it. So here we go. Let's see if we can clean up the rest of this stuff. Let's go ahead and start up here and go, if we can go from there. So absolutely amazing. No choice except just to keep going, right? One side of a perpetual war in Orwell's 1984. And I think that was East Asia. Orwell, you just can't argue with me about the value that writer brought to the table for the rest of us. Harbor sites, I'm making maybe boats or something. Tall and pointy as ears, maybe bat-like. It's somewhat challenging, but I think for most people, I don't see any evidence of a need of rebus or anything in this Thursday grid, so might find out I'm way wrong when I go to asking Bob how we did today. Commercial success. Maybe an ad sale, and I guess that would be a commercial success if you sold a commercial. Absolutely amazing, could be to die for. What do we got now? Middle Ages, Renaissance, eras, ornamental pondfish, possibilities, if, lease. Okay, brawl over what to call a piece of writing. I guess we're talking about a title fight, which is pretty clever too. I like that. Uses TurboTax, perhaps, maybe e-files. Nice. Dirt. Are we talking about the dirt that comes from the Yenta? Because if that's the case, I think we're talking about Intel. But again, don't really feel comfortable with it. So, regarding in Ray. At first glance, you think in Ray, that would be in regard, right? So therefore, why would you have regarding in something that's in Ray? But actually, I learned this a long time ago. The Latin is actually in Ray. It means in the manner of, or in a manner of speaking, or something along those lines. So it doesn't actually fit in regard, but in regard fits, especially on like a memo header or whatnot. So interesting word there all around. Climate activist Thunberg, and that's Greta. And I guess punny summary of the battle between editor and writer. Altercation. That's nice. Okay, got it. Bon ami, maybe? Good friend in French. So cross paths, maybe to meet. And Isla Nublar, fictional setting of Jurassic Park. I wasn't aware of that. Better learn that one. But let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes here. But how did we do, Bob? Not bad. Not the most challenging grid that we faced on a Thursday before, and Lord knows about a month and a half ago or so, about 6 to 7 weeks ago, we had a challenging Tuesday that really kind of belonged in a Friday slot. But this was a great little old puzzle today. Really no complaints on anything being inelegant or whatnot. It was just a fun thing. I got to give it to CatSat though. That was pretty good. If it wasn't for just getting the downs on that, I think I might have been hung up, especially on Dad versus Tad on Abraham Lincoln's father. But nevertheless, great grid today. Super enjoyed that. So let's go ahead and tap that out of here for now. And just want to say real quick before we go, hey, I love the comments. I've still got a whole bunch of them to get through yet. So hopefully have those answered here ASAP. Because it's important to me to answer each one individually by myself, and so just give me a few minutes, right? I'm balancing between getting the grid out and doing my professional duties every day at the office and so on and so forth. So, but I will get them answered today, and it is a real pleasure to read them every day. So thank you for subscribing. We are nearing 400 subscribers. We're like 10 away, or I don't know, 12 away, or something like that. And it's just such a pride point for me. This thing has just been growing. We don't advertise. We don't do much out there we just post it. And the algorithm seems to find you. And thank you for giving us a shot and subscribing and being part of this little community, right? And one day it'll be a big community, maybe. But regardless, it means the world to me. It means the world to Shotzi. We absolutely adore all of you, and thank you so very much. And with that said, let's go ahead and bring down our see you later slide. Until I see you tomorrow for the Friday grid, and it's going to start out Friday, Saturday. Here comes the challenge combination. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. And we'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, be good to yourself. Be good to your friends. Be especially nice to the person behind you in line. You take care now, and we will see you soon. Be safe out there.